Kenia werkt Cycling Out of Poverty samen met Uvumbuzi om fietsen uit te geven op microcredit.
And Uvumbuzi in itself means discovery. And when we formed Uvumbuzi, we formed it in the late 70s. But at that particular time, it was being used more like an organization to take care of people who had conservation and environmental interest that left school. There are a lot of movements that are dealing with the conservation. We felt that one of the things that was not looked into was the improvement of mobility, so we focused on the bicycle. And the way we started it is we started by having the bikeathon to create awareness. And it became a national event. And people would come all over and be able to ride to it. Uvumbuzi became synonymous with bicycle. There was a group that noticed what we were doing. So I was invited by an organization called Velocity to give a presentation in Copenhagen talking about the role of a bicycle in a developing country. When I came back, I wrote a lot of letters to all the financing organizations, World Bank, anybody I knew. I met the permanent secretary, the ministers. I said, we must have bicycle paths in all the cities. We made major campaigns. And we developed literature in Swahili and in English. And we were using the theme called Let's Share the Road, to show that the roads are meant for people, they're not meant for vehicles. And people drive, they walk, and therefore everybody has to have a space. So around 1993, the World Bank did a study, which was a study on non-motorized transportation. And they wanted to see whether there were any resistance in terms of bicycle. And they came up with a paper which was showing that there is no religious problem, no gender. All people wanted is safety. If you could find a path that is safe, they would ride. So we tried to campaign, I can't remember how many times I was at City Hall discussing about it. But one of the things which was really interesting, I live in this country, but there's something I also don't understand. Nobody said no, but they did nothing. There was certain funding that came in, the study was done, the design was done for the first bicycle road, but because of corruption and lack of seriousness on the government, those things just died out. So later when I found that there was lethargy and I couldn't push the government to do something, we thought that the best theory was to flood the towns with bicycles, just flood them. Then people would put pressure that they want the bicycle paths. So what we did is that on Uvumbuzi, we started something called Uvumbuzi Bicycle Credit. So I went to one of the golf clubs and I talked to them and I said, you know something, you guys, where do you, I did a small quick study. They lived in a place called Dagoretti. They walk about 10 kilometers and back. And I said, supposing we organize bicycles for you, would you be able to pay me the money you get as for being caddies? They said yes. So I organized those people. I said, I am not going to go to a bank. This is the account. You keep on paying back to this account. When we came back and then bought bicycles, they were mountain bikes, and I was now going to deliver. They had already collected and organized the funds. So they paid, and everybody had a bicycle. Some of them even promoted themselves. I see them on motorcycles now, because I think they were able to save more. But they have moved up. I was called, and I didn't know why they were calling me. They said that this crazy man on bicycles, we want to give him a prize. And that's that prize there. But one of the things I do believe is that if you look at the number of people walking, the distances they're walking, it will do so much in terms of improving their productivity. That one is a given. The study also shows that the productivity of those people who are using bicycles increased 12-fold because they were multiplying load and speed. So that's a story about the bicycles and where we came from.